Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? It's your old pal Shanksy, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we take a look at your, well, maybe not your, but someone's roster, and we compare it, see what they're working on, give you an idea on comparison on what you might be working on, what you can expect to be at that stage, and basically any advice that I can give to help streamline or help basically grow your roster in any way, shape or form. So thank you for stopping by, thank you for checking out the video. If you do want your roster reviewed, watch until the end, drop me a message on Discord, links are down below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'll put my hands up, there is a queue on this service, there's a few people already in the queue, but I will do my best to get through absolutely everyone. It's totally free of charge. If you do want to skip the queue, we can talk, but other than that, get in touch with me on Discord and we will go from there. But without further ado, let's get into today's roster. Right, so in today's roster review, we're going to be checking out BustedNien 11. He's been playing for 332 days, spent about 350 quid. That normally means a little bit more, but we'll say about 350 quid for the sake of the video. Total collection power is 3.1 mil. Strongest team power, 316k. War MVP, a grand total of one time, 119 characters collected, 17 of them at max rank, all-time arena rank number 1, and latest arena rank is 22. He is rocking a arena team of Ultron, Colossus, Vision, Phoenix, and Invisible Woman. So, right, let's have a little look what he's got. He has warned me, apparently this Invisible Woman is meant to be gigantic. So let's have a little look. So, right, we've got Storm favorited. We've got Falcon up there as well. Nice 5 red stars on Falcon. Level 67. He's going to be an absolute beast, depending on what you're building for Ultimate 7. Personally, I really recommend Tech Wing. I feel like they're really, really solid. So, Falcon is well worth investing in. I like to see that he's favorited. Psylocke as well. 4 red stars. 5 once you got that 5th star unlocked. Very nice indeed. Wolverine is there, favorited. I'm guessing that's just for the gear, working on the X-Men. Agent Coulson there at level 64, 36k. He's well and truly worth bumping up to level 71 and as much gear as you can put in on him. Depending on what the rest of your Fury team looks like, Coulson is an absolute beast. He's, you know what, a lot of people in War Defense get annoyed if they only drag out a really big team or something like that, you know, if they're not getting the defense wins. But I love seeing them have to hit me with X-Men's or like big teams that could be used to punch up elsewhere. It's well worth making them use them. Scientist Supreme there at 32, sorry, favorited as well. Human Torch favorited, I'm guessing just for gear at this point in time. The Thing at 18, Namor at 16, Mr. Fantastic at 15. See, I've not got them, well, I've actually just recently started to favourite these guys because I'm working on them all to gear tier 12. But until they're really farmable, it's a bit of a pain having them there, in my opinion. You know, they annoy me being there because can't really do much with them. That is a big old Invisible Woman as well at 65k, level 70, looking really good. 6 red star, that's pretty beefy, man. And I can imagine that does play havoc with the rest of the Fantastic Four team. So I understand you wanting to bring them up in line with her. However, I think even if you did boost them all the way up to like level 71, gear tier 12 or something like that, when they're not farmable, they're still not going to be able to come anywhere close to her level. So I wouldn't really worry about the Fantastic Four at this point in time with so few stars on them. You know, you've only got 3 on Torch, 4 on the Thing, 4 on Namor, 2 on Mr. Fantastic without having a few more stars on them. I don't really feel like it's worth investing in them at this point in time, in my opinion, until they're farmable. We've got Star-Lord there at 64k, Rocket at 60, Ultron at 60, level 75, I like it. Jessica Jones at 58k, Mantis there at 56. I've got to start working on my Mantis. Yours is 6 red star as well, very nice. Juggernaut there at 4 red star, 7 star, 54k. Phoenix at 53k, only 6-starred. So I would definitely recommend Mystic Villain Controllers to get that 7th star. So they could be a good place to favourite instead of the Fantastic Four at this point in time. At least they're farmable, right? Minerva there at 6-star, 4 red star, very nice indeed. 51k there on Groot. Then we're going down to a 50k Thanos. I really feel like that is a real good number for Thanos. I actually need to boost my own Thanos, and that's type of like, oh, get it done, Shanks. I like your style. 50k there on Drax. I like that. Hydrax. I like the tanks being fairly tanky. You know, a lot of people tend to leave their tanks a little bit lower down in the pecking order. While that makes sense for Blitz, it doesn't really help out in alternative game modes. Magneto at 50k, Vision there at 50k, Nick Fury at 49, Iron Fist at 47, Shuri at 47 with Punisher, Colossus and Mystique all looking pretty good. Then we've got Pyro at 45, Luke Cage at 45, Sabretooth at 44, Daredevil at 40, Captain Marvel at 40. She's well worth investing in for a lot of different game modes, you know, whether it be Blitz, whether it be Raids, whether it be War. She's well and truly worth investing a little bit more in. Shield Security is the linchpin of that whole Shield team, so don't forget to boost him up. He really does need that 7th star for that extra survivability. You know, anyone dropping below 50% HP, Shield Security gains his taunt, and you need him to be able to really face tank the life out of everyone until Medic comes in there with that bit of a heal. Iron Man at 38k with Deadpool there at 38k. 5 red stars on Deadpool is towards the point where I would think, oh, he's worth investing in. Shocker there at 37, level 68. Scarlet Witch there at 37 as well. Then we go down to Rescue, War Machine, both around 36, 37 mark. Shield Medic needs that 7th star, man. Needs that 7th star, baby. Loki in there as well. I would definitely make Loki farmable. Favourite his node. Make sure you spend the energy. He's well worth it. Vulture there at 35. Rhino was already maxed at 34. Mordo at 31. Ronan at 31. Again, I would be working on him as and when I can, just to get that 7th star on Phoenix. I really do think she's so needed. And so important. It's ridiculous. Green Goblin at 30k, Mysterio there at 29. We've then got Gamora at 28, Kree Reaper at 28, Miss Marvel at 27, Kree Royal Guard, Venom, Nobu, Shield Operative, Kree Noble, Shield Assault and Ghost Rider. Again, I really do recommend picking up Assault as well. He's only on 5-star there at the moment, and he really is incredibly important. You know, it literally, the Shield team now picks itself. You know, it's Fury, Coulson, Medic, Security, Assault. Picks itself. Trooper and Operative have been left out in the cold, unfortunately. And we've all put quite a bit of resources into the pair of them. They need another Shield team just to make them viable again. Nobu at 26 over there. Ghost Rider at 24. Then we are moving on to Hand Assassin at 6 stars. Spider-Man, done and dusted, just waiting for the gold. Yondu there at 6-star. We've got Shield Trooper there at 5-star. Waiting for the gold, 22k. Spider-Man, Mr. Miles Morales at 21k. Kree Oracle being blocked by my big fat head at 21.5. Korath, Hand Sentry, Carnage, Kree Cyborg at 18. Then we're moving down to Doctor Strange, Merc Riot Guard, Merc Lieutenant, Crossbones, Bullseye. The type of people that I would expect to see down here without a shadow of a doubt. Captain America, Black Panther, Quake. Depending or not if you're going hard for Black Bolt, now is the time to start looking at Quake. Hand Archer there at 49k. Then we've got Black Widow, Night Nurse, Hulk, Elektra and Baku, American Chavez, Ravager Boomer, Kingpin, Killmonger and Aim Assaulter. A lot of these guys I wouldn't worry too much about or invest in too heavily in. So a lot, and it really is, the more of these roster reviews that I do, it's the more and more we see the same tunes down at the bottom. And they are the ones that really need some loving, you know. They are the ones that really need a rework. But on the flip side of that, we also see a lot of the AIM minions down there, and they have got their rework now. It's just we are spread incredibly thin. So it's not only just picking who you like and what's decent and what's going to work in game modes and stuff, but also, you know, like if you've got one really big character like your Invisible Woman, you feel like you want to bring the rest of the Fantastic Four up that way. But until they're farmable, you might be better off spending that on aim, for example. Or even Supernatural. I see a lot of good Supernatural characters in your roster so far. Mr. Sinister and Strife, the Marauders down there, Handblade, Master Aim, Monstrosity, Security, Hawkeye, all that jazz. Hand Sorceress, Nebula, Heimdall there at 3-star. We've got Thor over there at 4-star, Hela at 2-star. It's going to be tough to push for Black Bolt, but if they do become farmable, the Asgardians are one hell of a team, baby. Hydra, Armor God, Cable, Nebula, Soldier, Wasp, and Stitcher all deserve to be down there. Maybe not Wasp. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Wasp, but apart from the rest, it totally makes sense. Aim Researcher, Merc Sniper, Aim Infector, Ravager, Bruiser, and the Hydras to fall down the bottom. Now, I notice you guys, you've taken these guys up to 27k. I normally take them up to 30. There's not much difference in gold, but honestly, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. And obviously, Sif has not been unlocked with Ultimus, Black Bolt, and Yo-Yo. So a very, very, very strong roster. I really like what you're doing with a lot of the stats are very close together, and a lot of these teams, there's not a huge jump anywhere. You know, probably on this page is one of the biggest jumps from 37 to 29 down at the bottom, but they're all fairly close together. I like the way that you've built them. Let's have a little look at the save squads and see if we can help out at all. So, top of the shop, we have got two 280k teams with the Guardians at the top. Good positioning with Rocket, good positioning with Thanos, Minerva, everything like that. Really like that. Then we are using Ultron, Invisible Woman, Drax, Mantis, and Shuri, making the use out of those really, really big tunes that you haven't fitted anywhere else, and especially with the big healers. Right, if you put a big healer into a team, apart from aim, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be banging trouble, right? Because the healer's not going to do the damage. So it makes a lot of sense going with Ultron there. I like that. With the Brotherhood team, they're absolutely spot on, keeping the Brotherhood together. Obviously, if you could get these guys up to 7 stars, you're probably looking at about 260, 270k team. And for Brotherhood, I think 260, 270 is absolutely perfect. It gives you huge punch-up abilities. Really good punch-up with Coulson as well. So yeah, 260, 270 would be perfect if you can get them to 7-star, if and when. 240 there for the defenders. I would totally recommend leaving them where they are. I recommend everyone take them to about 240, 250, something like that. So 240, they sit in perfectly. And if you get lucky on red stars, lovely. You know, it'll boost the power up a little bit, but not to worry about it too much if you don't. With the X-Men team, I wouldn't really worry about taking Psylocke. Saying that, I probably would. You know, I probably would. I see what you're working on at the moment. Obviously, we're waiting for Colossus to become farmable. Storm is well worth investment in. Psylocke, I would definitely get her 5th red star on her, and then like farm her, but not go too crazy on gear personally. 200k on the power armor team. 40k there, 36k there. I would bring War Machine up. Bring War Machine up above the others if possible. Just make him absolutely beastly. I know from experience though, having that high star on Falcon, a lot of the times, as long as you play it right, as long as you use his special on turn 1 and his ultimate on turn 2, once he's got the vision, once he's got the rescue offense up, it's going to be absolutely deadly. But bringing War Machine up past Iron Man would not be a bad shout whatsoever. Then we're moving down to the Coulson team. Now, straight away, I would recommend dumping Operative and putting in Coulson. Straight away, dump Operative, get rid of her. She don't need to be there anymore. Put in Coulson. She's a beast. She's a beast! And I feel like she works really, really well. Now, I know that you were talking about using her elsewhere as well, but honestly, like, Coulson just works so well in that squad. We've got the Sinister Six there at 167k. I feel like 167 to 220, yeah, about 200 to 220 is a good number for the Sinister Six. With that 220, they like with a war boost, they go up to about 240, 250, and that gives them a real nice punch up on the defenders, depending on where you've spent your tier 4s in them, if any at all. So taking that up to, I don't know, like 220 to 240 would give you a really, really good punch up on the defenders, especially with how many people use their defenders in war. That might not be a bad shout. Then we're going for a brawler team with Trooper in there. Get him out. Get him out. I don't want to see him in that team, man. Get him out. Put a brawler in there. Put a brawler in there. Make the use out of that Miss Marvel passive. He don't need to be in there. Trooper needs to be in his own little, like, I don't know, thrown-in squad. He don't need to be in there. Then we've got... basically, we've got Supernatural with Loki. Okay. So Loki is in there in place of Elsa Bloodstone. That actually works really, really well. I've seen that team. I was actually using that team myself before the Asgardians really come out. So I like that team a lot. Then it works with the Kree down the bottom there. Noble there. Going to be calling in that 28k. Yep, absolutely spot on with the Kree. Again, you're probably going to end up boosting them up a little bit higher just to 7-star that Fury. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Then we've got Korath, Nobu, Hand Assassin, Kree Cyborg, and Yondu down at the bottom. That's not a bad team, that at all. It's not a bad team, that at all. That could be a team that even Trooper finds his way onto. You know, you could put maybe Trooper in there instead of Korath, or maybe instead of Cyborg. Might not go a bad shout in there at all. Or save Trooper for one of these teams down here, maybe with Kingpin. But we've got the Fantastic Four there. With Namor, with Kingpin, that makes sense. You know what? This is where I'd put Trooper. I'd put him there instead of Hand Archer. So, yeah, then he's going to basically return fire anytime someone attacks Merc Riot Guard. So that's where I'd put Trooper, personally. Fairly straightforward. We've got, obviously, the Wakandans down there, 69k without Shuri, because Shuri's absolutely huge for Tech Wing. The Fantastic Four without Invisible Woman, because Invisible Woman's just too powerful for them as well. So I like what you're doing with the teams a lot. And AIM, I would definitely give some love to, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a really, really solid AIM team there. Showing that love to Graviton, showing that love to Scientist Supreme, going to help out that team massively. So, what would I work on if this was my roster straight away? What would I work on? And it's a tough one because you're doing a lot of things right, in my opinion. And you're doing a lot of things right. I would start with finishing up my U7 squad without a shadow of a doubt. I'd be probably trying to work on getting Phoenix to 7-star. That would be my #1 priority type thing. No, you know what? My #1 priority for you would actually be my Tech Wing team. I'd be focusing on Tech Wing, focusing on U7. That would be my top priority if I were you at this point in time. Then I would be picking characters on each teams that I would boost up a little bit more just to improve the whole team overall. Like War Machine, trying to work out on the Brotherhood team. I'd leave off Fantastic Four until they're farmable. I hate myself for saying that, but I'd leave them off until they're farmable. I'd probably be working on AIM then Supernatural, dude. That would be where I'm at. AIM's a real solid team. They're only 62k there. Wouldn't take you a huge amount to boost them up to like 140s and stuff, but I would take them up to about 200k and then work on another team. But AIM would be one of my biggest priorities, and then Supernatural would be where I'm at this point in time. But guys, let me know what you would do if you took over this roster. What do you think? What should be worked on? What shouldn't be worked on? I think he's doing a lot of things right. I just think maybe one or two more teams need a little bit more steady focusing on where the Fantastic Four at this point in time, when they're not farmable. Oh, it's tough because I'm actually working on the Fantastic Four myself, but I have got much higher stars on most of them and much higher red stars on them. So I feel like that's overweighed my decision. If I was on lower stars, lower red stars, I wouldn't be working on them. Scientist Supreme is a must. Falcon is a must. Storm's a huge character. So yeah, I would be picking individual characters. Definitely getting Coulson onto that shield team. Getting rid of Operative. That would be where I start. Busted, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Guys and girls at home, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please leave your comments down below and let us know what you would do. And if you want to catch me in the next video, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until next time, I'll see you on the flip side.